Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Andy and welcome to your October monthly reading for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. I hope that you guys are doing well. I'm doing alright, and if you're not doing so great today, I hope that tomorrow is going to be a much better day for you. Alright, we're going to jump in to reading right away. I kind of feel like I'm really urged to kind of get through this. There's kind of a lot, I think, to say. When I was tapping into your guys' energy, I was first being shown what I thought were crystals, or kind of earthy energy. I think it was just was supposed to represent, and it was digging into the floor. Like a crystal was like moving, and it was like a structure, and it was moving like this. It kind of looked like a hand made of crystals, and it was digging through dirt, diving, and then it came back out of the earth, and it was like this dragon, this giant dragon. And the dragon was breathing fire, and there was someone trying to steal something from the dragon. It very much reminded me of that Lord of the Rings movie with the dragon, Smog, or something like that. I don't know, something like that. But they reminded me of that, which in that movie, basically, they go to take something from the dragon's like lair dungeon, and the dragon gets really mad. So I kind of got that, like a defensive, like the defensive side of a Scorpio is coming out, where someone really tried them. So someone must have tried you, Scorpio, and that the dragon fire breathing, shady, don't fuck with me side is coming out. So, which is really interesting. I just think it's interesting that it's coming up, and this is just your crowning energy. So it's definitely not the most positive way to start, but I do feel that if you are in that space, I think that you're choosing to, because Scorpios love revenge, like they do, and they know how to burn someone good. So just my thing is just like, I just don't like this energy because I feel like it's so intentional. Like it feels almost vindictive, like you're trying to hurt someone because someone hurt you. And just remember that that's not always the best way to handle things, but that's all I'm gonna say, because I know you're gonna do whatever the hell you want anyways. The card we have crowning your energy for the month is the Universe card, okay? This is the number 21 at the top and totaling down to a number 3 in terms of numerology. So maybe you've been seeing 2s, 1s, 21, 12, or 3 a lot. Any of those numbers could be very significant for you in this month of October. What I really feel, I just feel like you guys, this month is full of so much opportunity that this month is not the month for you to be petty and to be, vengeful and to, be in that mood that we know you can get, Scorpio, of, well, they hurt me, I want to make them feel the pain that I felt, I want to hurt them back. It's not the mood, it's not the month for that, sorry. Because this month is it's like anything can happen this month, pretty much, for you, Scorpio. And I think that has a lot to do with, one, right now Venus is in Scorpio, so that means a lot for you, because you're gonna have a lot more power and domain in terms of love, romance, but really just relationships as a whole right now. You really kind of have, I feel like you're gonna have the upper hand in a lot of your relationships this month because of that, and also because we're transitioning into Scorpio season. Right now, everything, I don't want to say things are up in the air, but it's almost like anything could happen this month. So do you really want to use this time where anything could happen to be petty and to get your revenge? And if you say yes, go for it, but just know that there's possibility for a lot of other, more positive outcomes in your life, okay? All right, so we're gonna tap into your reading. So specifically going off of this, everything is kind of up in the air, but it's more so we just have a freedom of infinite possibilities this month. Anything can happen. What exactly are we going to be presented with this month, for the month of October, for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What are we being presented with? Two more, sorry. What are we being presented with? What are we being presented with, Scorpio? What are we being presented with, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? What are we being presented with for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? First, we have the 7 of Swords in reverse, so the sneaky fox card, but in reverse. If someone has wronged you or you have wronged someone, this could be the month to make those wrongs right, okay? So the energy goes vice versa. I'm not saying it's you, Scorpio, and I'm not saying it's the other person, but it could be either or. You're the only person that's gonna know for your specific situation. But again, if someone has wronged you, ghosted you, it feels like it's a ghost, like someone ghosted someone, whether you ghosted someone or someone ghosted you. Whatever the situation was for you specifically, Scorpio, just know that this month if you want it, there could be the opportunity for you to make the wrongs right, or for them to make the wrongs right. But again, like I said, anything can happen this month, but it all depends on where you put your focus. We have the, what is this? Is this the knight or the page in this deck? Hold on. I think it's the knight. No, I think is it the page? This is the deck. Wait, what are the knights in this deck have what symbol is it? Hold on. I want to make sure I'm not. No. It's a page. Page of Wands. Sorry, Page of Wands. So with the Page of Wands, again, like I said, anything can happen this month, because I feel like the Page of Wands is at the beginning of their journey where they haven't really started studying or learning or going to any specific place in mind, but it's almost like the Page of Wands mind is so expansive that they're like, I'm open to all possibilities. I'm open to doing anything. I'm open to going anywhere. I'm open to trying anything. So again, it's just that's just confirming that this month you can have whatever you want, almost. Like, it really feels that way. Like, I almost feel like if you want to manifest a certain thing, you can do it if you set your intentions to it. And then we have the World card in reverse, which I'm pretty sure is what the Universe card is. It's the World, so you got it twice. It's just this is in the Psychic Tarot, so it's more of an Oracle deck version of tarot. But so Scorpio, there is cycles ending. There's a huge cycle ending, and this really does have to do with Venus going in Scorpio right now, where because that's going to create a lot of healing and endings and beginnings in relationships. Okay. And that's usually where I feel like Scorpio has a more chaotic time, is maintaining healthy and positive relationships. So it could be restoring some relationships that have turned toxic. It could be letting go of toxic relationships. But there is huge transformational energy specifically for you guys in any form of relationship. That includes friendships, family, and lovers, okay? Keep that in mind. What else do we have? We have the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, like I said, this month there is the option where you can make your wrongs right, and people can make their wrongs towards you right. Six of Pentacles is talking about balance, an equal give and take. So a transaction, things being restored to an equal balanced playing field, okay? Whether it's you doing the restoration or someone else towards you. But like I said, this month it's possible, but it depends where you put your energy towards. So whatever you put, Scorpio, listen, whatever you put your energy towards this month, that is what you are going to create for, and that's kind of true for everyone all the time. Whatever we set our intentions towards, that's what we're manifesting. But it's going to happen very quickly for you this month, okay? And leading up, I think, to the end of the year, because I believe Chiron is retrograde right now until December 12th. So it's basically from now until December 12th, there's going to be huge clearing of karmic patterns and cycles that we've been stuck in. So any cycle that you find yourself stuck in, or you found yourself repeating over and over and over again, and you feel like recently, like, I feel like I've just been repeating things over and over again, same situations, different people, different outcomes, different, places and stuff. That is going to for sure be coming to an end over the next couple of months, okay? We have the Six of Cups as well, which I believe you got in your last month's reading, but I'm not 100% sure. But this is talking about the past. I also want to note that we have the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Cups side by side, so 6 and 6. The number 6 could be relevant to you, or the number 12 as well, or the number 3, totally down to a numerology. So I feel that whatever the situation is where you have the opportunity to make your wrongs right, it's something to do with your past. So Scorpios, I know that you are the sign that you tend to burn a lot of your bridges and you don't really go back. Like, Scorpio is not the kind of person that it's like, once I'm done with you, it's really similar to Sag energy, so I understand it. Like, and my Venus in Scorpio is a girl, I really get it with relationships. Like, once you're done with something, you're done with it. You don't go back to it no matter what. And it's not even, you could still maybe even want to go back to it, but you won't let yourself. That is a Scorpio thing, and that is very much a Sagittarius thing as well, is that once we're done with something, we're done with it. We don't go back to it no matter what, even if we want to. But also ask yourself, where does that come from? Because most likely, because it does, I mean, not most likely, it does come from a place of ego. Like, you having too big of an ego to be like, I want to talk to this person, or I want to go back to this situation, but I'm too stubborn. My ego is not letting me, because I'm telling myself, you know what, I'm done, so I'm done. That could be a cycle that you could change, that you could give yourself that opportunity. Give yourself the opportunity to try something different from what you've always done. Because if you've always done something the same way, that is a cycle. You're just repeating it over and over again, Scorpio. Just know that you are the sign of transformation and rebirth, and maybe try to think of this as an opportunity for you to rebrand yourself, rebirth yourself, and create an image of yourself that you respect and that you value. Because I feel that you have not always been, for the people that are watching this, especially because if it's you trying to make your past mistakes wrong and trying to be equal now and trying to be balanced, more of a balanced, respectable person, it is about you, and it is about the wrongs that you've done and that you've created in the past, and it's about clearing that and making up for it now. It's okay if you didn't know better before, but if you know better now, then you have to do better and you have to be better now that you have the knowledge that you do. So you have to transform, you have to change, you have to do the right thing because you know what it is. That's really clear to me in this, and I'm not sure why. So again, I just feel like it could be a past relationship with the 8 of Cups coming in at the end. I think Spirit is trying to let me know that this situation in the past was something that either you left behind or someone left you behind, okay? So maybe you had a situation with, and it doesn't always have to be a person. That's always how I see it in my eyes and the way that it's received to me for me to understand. But it could be, anything, however it relates to you. But it was just a situation where maybe you gave up and left, or vice versa. The situation or person or whatever was on the other half or the other side of it, that they gave up, okay? Or the situation gave up on you. It didn't work out. So vice versa, whatever was for you. I also want to say, because the 8 of Cups is a card about moving on, because you know that there's something better for you, you know that you need to move on in order for you to get something better. I feel like if it was you that moved on or the other half of the situation that moved on, whoever did the moving on, they definitely did it because they thought it was the right thing to do. So I also want to say that, let's say you were the person that moved on, you gave up on something and you moved on. I just want you to know that this is really confirming that you did what you did because you thought it was what was best, and you shouldn't get down and you shouldn't be hard on yourself for doing that. No one should ever get down on themselves for doing what they think is right, for what they think is the best and right and just thing to do. Because that means that if you did something and it turned out to be a mistake, but you thought it was the right thing to do, your heart was in the right place. Your intention was in the right place. Your intention was to do the right thing. Your intention to do what was right for you, what was good for you, and there's no wrong in that, okay? But also know that maybe, I feel like what this is telling me is that there was a realization that what you did, or what the other person did, or what the other situation did, it wasn't actually what was best. You thought it was, or they thought it was, but it actually wasn't, and that's what people have come to realize today. So either you've come to realize this, Scorpio, or the other person or the situation has come to realize that it was not the best decision. And that's why there's kind of like this regret energy and this need to make things that happened in the past balance. There's a need for a transaction to balance things out and make things equal again, because they were not equal because someone gave up and left. Alright, so that's pretty clear. I'm going to set that off to the side. And then we're going to get a message. What did I do this with? Oh, the chakra ones. We're going to get a message to what Scorpio needs to watch out for. So this is what you need to watch out for this month. Oh, also, I don't think I said, but happy birthday if your birthday is in October. Okay, so this is what Scorpio needs to watch out for this month. Please, Spirit, what does Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus need to watch out for this month in October? What does Scorpio need to watch out for? What does Scorpio need to watch out for? Confusion. I'm going to pull one more card. About what? About what? Abundance. Confusion about abundance. This is what you need to watch out for. Scorpio, trust yourself this month, okay? If you don't see the finances now, they're coming, they're on their way if you set your intention on them. Remember that this month, anything you want, you can have, but you need to set a clear intention to it. And you need to make all your wrongs right. You need to equal and balance the playing field out first before you start to manifest again. So there is a need for you to right your wrongs, your past wrongs and your past mistakes. And I honestly feel like it's going to be a piece of cake once you do it. I think that you're really afraid to do it. You're really afraid to go and dive into your past and deal with it and process it and try to make things right because you're afraid that you won't be able to. You will be able to. So take a deep breath, Scorpio. I trust you. I believe in you, and I know that you can do this, and you will do this. Like I said, once you start taking action to clear out your past mistakes and to try to make things fair and balanced again, it's going to be a piece of cake. Things will be restored. Balance will be restored. It will be equal, and you'll have a clean state to build on top of, to build and bring in those finances that you're trying to manifest. So make sure, I think I said the same thing to Libra in their previous reading, make sure that you're not holding on to, or you don't have any murky, unclear, confused energy around in your playing field, okay? So make sure that you're not dealing with, you're not thinking about, you're not connected to any situation, person, or whatever it is that you're going through that is murky, that you're unsure of, that you don't know where you stand, that you don't know what's the outcome, etc., etc. Make sure that things are sure, that everyone knows what's going on, that everything is equal, everything's balanced, your slate is clean, so that you can focus on what it is that you really want to manifest, which I think for a lot of you guys is just abundance and an increase in finances and boost in career. So also with this, I'm getting that don't be worried, because I feel like there's going to be doubts in your mind is what the confusion is more of doubt, and like confuses. I feel like just stay away from the thoughts of like, I don't know how I'm gonna make the money, I don't know how I'm gonna make these ends meet. Don't get into that place, because that is a negative, lower vibrational state of mind. And because you're focused on the finances but also focused on how or when, or you're worried about it, you're not sure how you're gonna make the finances that you need or how you're gonna increase your financial income, don't act in a confused state this month towards what it is that you're trying to manifest, because it's not going to manifest itself properly, okay? But like I said, the abundance is coming to you. Don't be confused about how or when. Just trust and have faith that it will. And also just have trust and faith that whatever is meant to happen is going to happen this month, okay? Have trust and faith in yourself as well, because I feel like there's a lot of confusion in your life because there is a lot of there's a lack of faith in yourself. You're a lot more capable than you are, and I think in part I know that you know this because Scorpios are so powerful. Like, they're one of the most powerful signs. They hold this natural power about them, and most Scorpios are aware of this. That's how Scorpios know that they can always get what they want, and use that to your advantage this month. You know you can get what you want, so get what you want. Just make sure that you're not doing anything out of pettiness this month, because then you're only going to attract what you're putting out. So this is crazy, but what was the overall theme for you this month? That anything could happen? And what's a word for anything that could happen? Miracles, baby. You got the angel of miracles, Scorpio. It says, open your heart and expect a miracle. So exactly what your reading is about, exactly what this month is about for you, Scorpio, is literally about, miracles, about having having anything that you desire come true this month. Anything that you want, anything that you desire, that make sure that it's coming from a place of passion, and it's something that you really truly want for yourself. And also it could even be something like, I feel like it's something that maybe you feel like you, Scorpio, have been missing out on. So maybe some of you feel like you've been missing out on finances. Maybe you feel like you're owed, a higher income than what you receive. Maybe some of you are reminiscing about a past love, a past relationship that you feel you missed out on, and you would like to correct that. Maybe some of you are feeling like you missed out on an opportunity that you thought was going to be really good for you and it wasn't, and you want to correct that mistake. You have the opportunity to do all of those things this month. but you need to make sure that you're in the right place. You need to make sure that you're praying, that you're meditating, that you're setting your intentions, that you're clearing out your energy, that you're clearing out any confusion in your life, any confusion that you've left in others' lives, that you're equaling the playing field, that you're cleaning the slate so that you can build anew, that you can manifest properly. And like I said, if you want to get the revenge, if you're in that defensive, spiteful dragon mode where you're ready to breathe flames and you don't care who you burn, that's fine, Scorpio. I'm not telling you that that's wrong. You do what you want to do. You do what you gotta do. You do what you gotta do. But I also want to remind you of this energy, just in case this was you, Scorpio, not the other person. Remember what I said. There could have been something that you thought was the right thing to do and you did it, and now you're only realizing that you bit yourself in the butt. So think about what you're thinking about doing, what you're wanting to do now. You want to get the revenge, you want to burn someone because they burned you. In the past, was that the right thing to do? Because I know you've probably done this before. Probably not. It creates more negativity in your life. It creates more confusion. It creates more drama. It creates more things that you don't really need in order to go where you need to go. Do you really believe that you causing more drama, more tension, and spiteful, negative energy towards someone, trying to hurt someone purposefully, do you really think that's going to help you create this miracle that you want? Think about that. I'm going to leave you with that as your closing thought. Scorpio, that is your reading for the month of October. I feel like it was pretty clear. Let me know how it resonated with you in the comments down below. I love to know what exactly it is that you're experiencing and how much of the reading it does resonate with you. Also, specifying specifically what placement in Scorpio you have really helps me a lot. Just to kind of get an idea of who exactly is watching these readings, if it's Moon in Scorpio, because Moon in Scorpio versus Sun in Scorpio are very different things. One is way more intense. Even Venus in Scorpio, my Venus in the Scorpio, so that placement is super intense, so I totally understand. I'm just always very curious where everyone's placement is and their stories of what it is that they're going through. If you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more readings if you like the style of readings. Also, if we like the new setup, I hopefully will continue to do most of my readings here at this setup. I really like it so far. And I think that is it. Anything that you guys need to know is in the description box below, and I will see you guys next month. Bye!